Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here, and wow, another couple of weeks have gone by since the last video. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. It was amazing, to be honest. It was really positive to finally get the Sega out. Well, most of it. I've still got the Master System. I don't know if you guys noticed in that video, but there was no Master System unboxed. Unfortunately, that's still boxed up. I'm just trying to figure out what sort of cabinet or display to put that in, because space, as always with all of us, you know, it's king, and I need to utilise the space I've got up here. And hopefully I've got a cabinet in mind. I'm going to put it in this area here if I can, and yeah, that should be just about enough room to house the Master System. So wow guys, this video is going to be a channel update, retro waffle, and we're just going to go over a few bits and pieces. I've got quite a few pickups, but I haven't been busy, you know. Like I said, I still haven't had everything out of the collection yet. Most of it is out. The whole room is surrounded by stuff. I haven't had time to shoot a video. I wanted to go do a detailed room tour video because everyone loves a good room tour. We're going to get that sorted soon. But I've just been job hunting, guys. You know, time is flying by, and I don't want to rest on my laurels and think I've got plenty of time to get a job. That is key at the minute. So, you know, a lot of my spare time is job hunting and searching and all the real fun stuff. You know, the stuff that you spend an hour filling in online and you don't get any response back apart from their automated email thanking you for your time. But we won't go into that. We're going to keep this positive, and we're going to look at real varied sort of like pickups this month. What should we start with? I think we'll start with some of the quirky stuff or different stuff that I don't normally get. A TV series I absolutely adored growing up. Loved this. Used to run home from school to watch this, and that was Ulysses 31. Now I do know that this was out on DVD. Released a few years back on Fox Kids label, and I think I might have had the first season, but I never ever did get the others, and this popped up on Retro Realm. I think I paid 25 quid for it. I don't know if that's good or not. I was happy to pay that, and I can't wait to watch these. I'm going to have plenty of time soon. Oh, I mustn't keep dwelling on it, guys. I keep dwelling on this job. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching all those. Absolutely love this. I just remember, I'm sure it was Gordon the Gopher, the broom cupboard. I can remember, I'm sure it was Philip Schofield, or it might have been Andy Crane. I can't remember. Singing along to the theme tune. I can remember singing along. They used to put the words at the bottom. Oh, the memories come flooding back with this. Absolutely classic cartoon. Can't wait to watch it. So that's the first thing. We'll put that down now. Have another sip of drink. Do you know what? I still haven't shifted this cold. It's sort of like got better and has come back again. Oh, I've had a terrible time of it lately, but oh well. What is next? Next up, books. And we got this. The Art of Atari. A really lovely book this is. If I can, I'm going to splice some pictures in just to show you guys. It's a fantastic book, and it's actually a deal on Zavvi, the online store. It was for a t-shirt, an Atari t-shirt for $15.95, I think. I can't remember because it was right a few weeks back ago I purchased this. Might have even been longer. It took a while to come through the post. But yeah, some fantastic artwork. Like I said, I'll get some more pictures of that. It's a really, really fantastic book, and the deal was you bought the t-shirt and you got this book for free. Now it retails at $39.99, so probably about 30 quid over here. So yeah, the t-shirt, not the greatest quality. It's just a standard grey Atari t-shirt with the logo on it. But I got it mainly for the book. 15 quid for the book and the t-shirt. Really chuffed. On the theme of books, because I got that, I then thought, well, what about a Mega Drive book? Surely there's a Sega book I can get. And I picked this up off eBay. Now I got this for a good price because it's got like a dent here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got a dent on the case there. Apart from that, in absolutely lovely condition. Again, I'll pop a few pictures up if I can. And like I said, I'll splice a few pictures in to show you guys. I got that for about 25 quid, which I thought not a bad price for a book that I'll keep in a cupboard. No, I'm sure I'll give it a look. It is a nice book, and yeah, hoping that will be a good read. I do actually, it does look interesting because it's all with the developers of the Mega Drive and some of the original guys behind the whole concept of it. So looks like a good read, so I will give that a definite read through. And then next up, sticking on the Mega Drive theme, I think many of us have gone out and purchased one of these, and that is the 8-bit Do 2.4G wireless gamepad. Absolutely great quality, this pad. There's been lots of negative feedback. I think some of the early editions have problems with the wireless receiver. I'm not too sure. It's a bit random online as it do these reviews. Loads of people saying different things about them, but I've played this a good few hours. I've played Street Fighter, I've played Outrun, I've given Guy Nog a good blast. I've played a few varied genres, a few games. The D-pad is lovely. It's all responsive, no lag. It's been, so far, touch wood, all good. But what I'll do is, if I get time, guys, I'm going to do a little video on it because it really is a nice controller. We'll go straight to Mega Drive. A few Mega Drive ones. This was on a local. The guy was advertising a load of Mega Drive games on a Facebook local group. I picked these two in fantastic condition. First up, we've got Aero Biz. It's a Genesis exclusive. It looks kind of naff, to be quite honest. You're ambitious and you strive for excellence. Your goal is to create a global airline network. You know travellers depend on your airline to get them where they want to go. Now convince them your airline is the best way to fly. 1 to 4 player competition, buy and sell aircraft, expand around the globe, realistic business strategy. Not really my sort of thing, but as you guys know, I'm going for Genesis exclusives. So I got that one, and I also got Splatterhouse 2. Now I have the Genesis version of this because it's uncut, but this was in too good a condition to turn down. Got them for a fantastic price. They've done me 20 quid on those, so that really is a bargain. So yeah, really chuffed with them. And then next up, off me Sega brother from Scotland, and that is David Jamieson. He's been selling me and trading me some fantastic games. Last pickups video, it was Pirates of Dark Water, and this one I didn't even know it was sealed. Onslaught, still sealed, in absolutely fantastic condition that is. I'm really chuffed so far with my ballistic games, and they're all in pretty good nick, as you can see down here. But yeah, Onslaught, never played it before. It's quite an expensive game, I've noticed, but to have it sealed is great. I've done a trade again with Dave on that. We tend to do trades, me and Dave. I actually had ordered 2 copies of Tanglewood, and I've done him a deal for Tanglewood for that, so really chuffed. Thank you, Dave, mate, awesome. God, my bloody throat. Tea's gone cold. And then we've got, put that there, and we'll put that down there. Next up, off another Sega brother, fellow admin on Galaxy Sega, and that is Tom Batten. Not mentioned his name in a while, guys. Tom used to get me loads of the blue spines, and he's picked another one up. He has not let me down, and that is Cheese Catastrophe, starring Speedy Gonzales. God, I used to love Speedy Gonzales when I was a kid. Looney Tunes. Loads of people talk about Disney and Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, but when I was a kid it was all about Looney Tunes, really. Yeah, I preferred the old Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. In great condition, guys. Again, Tom always looks after me on here, done me a great deal on it. He had a hunch that I needed this one, he wasn't sure, so as always, he inboxed me on Facebook and just asked me the question. I said, nope, I need it. And awesome, great. I've not had a chance to play it yet. If I can, I'll put a little bit of footage up to show you guys what it looks like. But it looks like your typical sort of like action platform affair. Yeah, it looks kind of good, so I'm looking forward to that. Awesome, thanks Tom. Put that up there. So that's it of the Mega Drive, but we've still got some Sega. And what we're going to do is we're going to go on to another retro brother, if you will, and then also from Scotland, Paul Murdoch. He is on a big chase for the Game Gear. He regretted selling his collection a couple of years back, and he's looking to rebuild his Game Gear collection, and in doing so he's buying up loads of bundles and things like that to get the games he needs. And he had some dupes, and fortunately, because they went quite quick, I managed to grab a couple. And first up is Streets of Rage. It's got a little bit of creasing on the side, but it looks like he's ironed that out and sorted that out. But you know, I'm not going for mint. Not on the Game Gear. I don't even know if I'm collecting Game Gear, to be honest. I tend to buy or get the unboxed games as and when they're cheap. It's not something I'm seriously collecting, and as you guys know, as you're going to see later, I've been focusing. Yeah, that's gone out of the window a bit, because one of my focuses was not the Game Gear, but look at that, it's all there in this little case. Manual's in pretty good condition too. Tray, couldn't really turn it down. I think with the Game Gear, I want to get the sort of iconic Sega releases, really. You know, the typical fare, Outrun and Space Harrier, them sort of games. I would like to have them box complete. Streets of Rage, obviously, to go with the few that I've got. But like I said, I'm happy to have unboxed, really. So there's Streets of Rage. Then next up we've got Fantasy Zone. Never played this on the Game Gear. I do believe I have it unboxed, but just not got round to trying it out there. Again, I won't take this out. It's in absolutely fantastic condition, as it always is off Paul. Awesome, thanks Paul, mate. And what we got next, guys? Shall we divert a little bit? Yeah, as I was mentioning. Oh no, hold on, we've got some more Game Gear. That's it, in my quest to help a fellow collector and fellow admin on Retro Realm, Mike Almond. He is been on the quest of completing his Sega Saturn full PAL set. I asked a while ago if any of us had the few Saturn games he needed, and I knew that I had Highway 2000, and I said, oh, I've got that game. Unfortunately, the condition, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't mint, and Mike is a stickler. He has to have everything mint, and I said, well, I've got it, I could do you a deal on it if you need it. And he got back to me, and he'd found a minty one on eBay, quite a high price I believe, and he was haggling a deal with the guy to get it, but it didn't have a manual. So he asked me to look at my manual. I sent him pictures and everything. It was in pretty good condition. He was happy with that, and I was happy to help him out. It's helped him fit. It was the last game he needed to get complete. It's helped him finish his set, which is absolutely fantastic. And he sent me in return some Game Gear games. So we've got Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. We've got Sonic 2, which I believe I've already got this one. I didn't think I had, but I have. And Sonic Drift Racing. So yeah, he gave those to me in exchange for the manual. So really chuffed with that, Mike. And it's really good to help you out and finish that set. Absolutely fantastic, mate. I don't know if I'll ever get there with the Saturn PAL, because my main passion with the Saturn, has to be said, is swayed somewhat to Japanese. I like to buy the Japanese games, but you know, I'm over halfway with the PAL Saturn set. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not in any hurry to do that. But yeah, awesome. Cheers, Mike. This is where I've left my New Year plan of staying focused a bit. As you know, it was to sort out the games room, which that is temporarily on hold, but we've got it up here, which is absolutely awesome. I'm so chuffed to have everything back out again. Makes me feel good to come up here and just look at it, and it's not all boxed up and in a cupboard or cupboards, which is great. And my other plan was to get a PC Engine, which is done. Finish a set, which we might be there, guys. We might not. And yeah, just to stay focused really. I've sold a lot of my older vintage home computer 8-bit stuff. I've decided to keep the Amiga, but the Amstrad, Commodore, Spectrum, all of that sort of stuff, I've traded it, I've sold it and flipped it basically, just so I can invest into some of the more expensive titles for the Sega mission, for the Sega wall. And yeah, I've deviated a bit. I've gone for a console which isn't Sega, it's not Atari, it's Nintendo, guys. And I had one of these back in the day. I've been humming and hawing whether to get one, because there was some fantastic games on this, and it still is. I've been having a right blast. Any free time I've had of late, it's been playing this, and that is a GameCube. It's a purple one, and lo and behold, we all know what a GameCube looks like, but lo and behold, this turned up on Retro Realm. It came with a game. I've had a few bundles of games turn up, so I can't remember what it was, but it was like a couple of sort of shelf filler games really. A GameCube, the controller, all your wires, for 30 quid posted, which was an absolute bargain, I thought. So I thought, I'm not going to let that go, I'm going to get that, because I've been in the back of my mind thinking GameCube. So we got a GameCube. There's the controller and stuff like that. And the very next day, a local lad inboxed me and said, I've just picked up a GameCube, are you interested? So I got another purple GameCube with a load more games. And again, for the same price, 30 quid, because I thought, well, he said how much, and I said, well, I've just bought one for 30. And he said, well, you can have this one for 30 quid. It's got a few more games. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. So that came with an extra controller as well, which was fantastic. The local pickup, which I think it was those three. Oh, no, it weren't. And it was this one. So yeah, it was those three, nothing special. A FIFA game, a Medal of Honor game, and Spyro, and then also Resident Evil 4. So I got the 4 games, 2 controllers and a GameCube for £30. Then with the one on Retro Realm, I'll get there in the end, it came with Billy Hatcher, which is a game I actually really liked, and I can remember I got stuck on a level in this game and I just could not figure out how to get past it. I really, to this day, you know, I can remember going back to it and I just could not get past this certain stage. So I might give this a blast and see if I can get back through it. Great little Sonic Team game, doesn't get much love or hype, but I actually really enjoyed this game, so I'm going to definitely give that a playthrough. GameCube, and the next bundle is this, a guy off Gaming Paradise done me this deal. I did have a piece of paper with everyone's names on and I've lost it. I don't know what I've done with it, that's what I'm looking for. So apologies if I don't give you a shout out, but this was a nice little bundle of games. The one I really wanted was F-Zero GX. F-Zero, fantastic game. Obviously Sega had involvement with this as well to some capacity. Rock hard. My God, you know, you get so far in this and it just gets, you just can't see enough of the track in front of you. So I'm going to have to memorise some of these tracks to progress further, but I've been playing this a lot. Great little game, in fantastic condition. These really are in glorious condition. I spoke to the lad, he done me a fantastic deal on this, really, really cheap. I can't remember what the bundle was, but it was really, really good. Because that's how I'm going to play it with the GameCube. Not going to go out and pay silly money for games. If they're a bargain, I'll grab them. And I'm really, really chuffed to have that. So that's F-Zero. And then Star Fox Adventures. It's got to be done. I absolutely, again, I really, really enjoyed this game. Played it all the way through. I love the shop and doing the trades with that guy. No, that's too low. Yeah, trying to haggle with the seller. Yeah, it's a good little game, as old Star Fox Adventures. And yeah, really looking forward to giving that a blast. Again, in glorious condition. And then we've got Pikmin. Never really been into these games, as you know. I'm not hugely into Nintendo IPs. Pikmin, I know people love it, it's not really my cup of tea. And then we've got Beautiful Joe. I can remember absolutely loving this game. This is a fantastic little blast, this. Really, really quite an original idea at the time. Lovely cel shaded 2D sort of style graphics. You can speed up, slow down. Great little game, Beautiful Joe. It ended up coming out on, because it was such a big hit on the GameCube, it did end up on the PS2, so I'm sure you've all played it. Great game. And then Wave Race Blue Storm. Again, I've actually enjoyed this. I've played this just as much as I have F-Zero. What I love about the Cube is the games are so cheap. You can pick them up for just a few pounds. So that was also in that deal. And then something that doesn't happen very often, it really doesn't. I went shopping in town with the missus. Yeah, I know, don't we all love that, lads? Yeah, went shopping in town with the better half, and we went into CEX solely because we was looking for a game for our lad, and I had a quick cheeky look while in there, and she bought me this Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3. I actually really want the other GameCube one, because I remember getting that on launch and I loved that game. Yeah, I've been giving this a blast. It's just a bit of a ball ache going through all the trainer missions. I remember not liking this one as much as Rogue Squadron 2 on the Cube, but yeah, it still looks really pretty, really good looking game. And they don't make games like this anymore. They really don't. I've said this before. I love these like on rail where you've got a bit of freedom, I suppose, shooters, spaceship shooters. Great games. You haven't really seen many this generation, I don't think. Or if you have, let me know, guys, in comments. If there is any games like this still being made, I want to know about it. But yeah, fantastic game. So that was a present off her. And then I done another deal off Facebook, and that was for another little bundle, and that is Resident Evil 2. Oh, Holster loves the old Resident Evil, so that had to be done. I think I've got Resident Evil 2 on every system. It is one of my favourite Resident Evils. Then the exclusive Resident Evil 0, which I can remember really enjoying that on the GameCube as well. But this was the game I really did adore back in the day on the GameCube, and that is Resident Evil the remake. Case is a bit damaged on that. The lad said he's going to sort that out for me. Again, I paid a good price for these. Weren't as big a bigger bargain as the others I bought. It was still cheaper than eBay or CEX. I can't remember what it was, to be fair. I think it was about 35-40 quid for those, which I think isn't bad. So it's great to have those in the collection. So as you can see, guys, it's building up. The day I purchased that Resident Evil bundle, my eBay pinged and I won this. So I've ended up with Resident Evil 0 twice. It's in a bloody god-awful DVD case. Let me know in comments, guys, what games can I pick up cheap to get some replacement double cases. It's really bugging me that this is in, and it's a really cheap, nasty DVD case. But in fairness, I went back to the eBay listing and it did quite clearly show in the photographs that it was a DVD case. I think he actually even mentioned it in the description. I didn't see. I forgot I'd even bid on this game. I won it for like about £2. So I'm not going to grumble, you know. And like I said, I couldn't even remember bidding on it. So the day I bought that bundle, I won this. So yeah, that is a massive start on a GameCube collection, which I weren't even going to focus on this year. So yeah, that's not bad. And like I said, the little time I've had for gaming, I have been playing the GameCube a lot. Probably a novelty, as we do, don't we? Tend to flip them like that and get into something new for a bit. But no, I'm really enjoying the GameCube. It's really good. I'm going to sort out the spare one I've got and probably put it on Retro Realm or something like that. So yeah, that's awesome. And then we're moving on now to the final load of pickups. And this bundle was off someone off Galaxy Sega, a Galaxian off there. He's decided to sell all of his NTSC Dreamcast stuff. This was an opportunity for me. He had a load of games. Now, some of these games I've got Japanese. And I thought, well, it'd be nice to have the American ones, so they're all in English. And he done me an absolutely fantastic price on these, because these games are going up and up all the time. First up, we've got The Typing of the Dead, which I had the Japanese version of this, but I done Holster a good deal on that because I know she really wanted that, because she'd picked up the keyboard like me, and you've got to have a bit of Typing of the Dead. So that is the first one. And then we've got Bomberman Online. I didn't even know there was a Bomberman on the Dreamcast. I really didn't. When I see that, I was like, right, I've got to have that. So Bomberman. Then we've got Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Who wants to beat up a millionaire? These are all exclusive, guys. None of these come out in the UK. And then we've got D2, which I was really chuffed to get this. I've got a Japanese Dreamcast bundle many years ago. Sort of like when the Dreamcast had died a death. I can remember picking one up off the boot sale. And it come with the Japanese D2. And I've always kept it. But obviously it being Japanese, you can't really follow it as well. So I'm really chuffed. It's in absolutely fantastic condition. It really is minty. So I will move on the Japanese version after all these years and put that in the wall. And then finally in that one bundle we've got Caution Seaman. Now I've never ever played this game. I've seen videos on it. It looks wacky as like a concept sort of virtual pet type affair. I've not had a chance to set it up yet. I'm hoping to give it a blast over the weekend, see what it's like, but it all comes with its mic in absolutely fantastic condition in its original baggie there. In glorious condition. The box is really nice. I have had the chance to get a Seaman a few times before, but the box has always been a little ropey, and this one was nice and crisp. He showed me plenty of pictures of it. Still sealed at the bottom, so yeah, absolutely chuffed to bits to get that. So that's another great bundle to add, guys, and yes, get in there. Some lovely Dreamcast games to add. And that brings us on finally to the last pickup. My God, guys, the final game for a full Dreamcast PAL set, and that is The Grinch. Finally, guys, we have it. Nathan Russell said to me, Scott, I'm sure I've got this. Nathan does all the events. Gold Saucer Games. He's going to be swearing in comments. I'm sure it's Gold Saucer. Flying Saucer. I'm doing a Tootie UK here. We keep saying his business name wrong, but Nathan Russell, an absolutely top guy, Nate. He's also a fellow admin on Retro Realm. And like I said, he does all the events, all the markets. Some fantastic games, and he said, I'm sure I've got this game, Scott, to finish your set. Done me a fantastic deal on it, Nate. Really, really chuffed. Finally, I know I've swayed off my focuses and my targets this year, but we've completed another, guys, and that is a full Dreamcast PAL set. I will definitely be doing a video on this, guys, focusing all on the Dreamcast games in the Sega wall. I am absolutely buzzing. My first full set. Now, I will do the video because I've gone through things and there's a couple of titles that I need to replace because the covers aren't very good. One of those being Blue Stinger and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Both of them, well, Blue Stinger hasn't actually got the inlay to the cover, and I'm gutted. It must have fallen out in the move. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the cover is knackered, so I need to replace that. And then I'm happy. The set is done. It's all complete, minty. Oh, I can't believe it. Absolutely 100% chuffed sick with that. Absolutely. Oh, it's amazing to finally have a complete set. I joined that exclusive club. Whether I'm ever going to get another full set, I don't know. We're getting there slowly with the Mega Drive. It's going to be difficult with the Mega CD and things like that because there's a few of us chasing the same 20 games or so, and a few of those are so expensive. Like I said, I'm more focused on the Japanese Saturn, so I haven't really invested much in PAL Saturn for a while now. The Master System, maybe one day I might get inspired to get a full set there, but again, I'm quite happy with the titles I have for the Master System. I would love to have a full Mega Drive PAL set, but we'll see. Let's not take the shine off having a full Dreamcast PAL set. I'm absolutely chuffed, guys, and we're going to leave it there until the next time. I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.